Good morning, everybody. Afternoon. Just got back from a new doctor, skin doctor, what do you call them, dermatologist. Every time I go see those guys, if they're not digging something out, they're always freezing something off, and then you're sore for a couple of days. So this was no exception. They're always digging and a prodding and a poking. I think I can get this thing adjusted right here. I think it's a little too far. How about that right there? Does that look okay? Yeah. News. I got to get this cut so I can get it downloaded. I'm running late. I've been transplanting plants, digging plants up, trimming bushes, trying to get everything done here so it'll be done for a couple of months, so I don't have to worry about it when we take off. And yeah, I think we're almost there. I got a few things I got to clean up, but other than that, I think we're getting there. So, like I said before, I'm getting my news from a different place. Come on. Yeah, here we go. I got my right place. I got some questions on here too. Well, questions and answers, I usually do that on Wednesday videos. 95% of the Wednesday videos is usually question and answers that people email me. Friday, 95% of the time, it's the village's news, what happens in and around the villages. Just to kind of give you a good feel of what happens here. Florida, this is not the villages, but it is the state of Florida. I think it's pretty significant. I just want to read this to you. I have no opinion about it. I'm just going to read the news to you. This is from Tallahassee, Florida. The Florida House passed a high-profile Republican bill Wednesday requiring local law enforcement agencies to cooperate with federal immigration authorities and banning so-called sanctuary city policies that shield immigrants who are arrested. After hours of debate over 2 days, the GOP-led House voted 69 to 47, largely along party lines, for the measure, sending it over to the Senate, where the similar bill is pending. Florida doesn't currently have any formal sanctuary cities like those in other states. The bill, sponsored by GOP Republican Cord Bird of Jacksonville Beach, would ban those policies and require local authorities to honor detainer requests from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement that can lead to a person's deportation. I'm going to read the whole thing there, but you get the gist, right? Just a little bit of information in Florida, what's going on. And then on the other side of that coin, once again, I'm not going to give my opinion. ACLU warns people not to travel to Florida if legislature passes sanctuary city ban. This is the Villages, Florida. I'm really kind of shocked by this news. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Failed country club restaurant will close its doors this weekend in the Villages. It's Hacienda Country Club. The Hacienda Hills Country Club restaurant on Saturday will permanently close its doors. The restaurant was deserted Tuesday evening when only a few people seated at the bar. This news follows an announcement earlier this month by District Manager Richard Beyer that the developer is offering the Amenity Authority Committee a chance to purchase the restaurant, swimming pool, tennis courts, and parking lots. The developer wants to hang onto the golf course and a pro shop. Hacienda Hills has been beset with problems. Yes, it has. I had Easter. They were big every year. We had friends up there. They like going to Hacienda Hills every year for Easter buffet, dinner buffet, whatever you want to call it. And at the time, it was like, I want to say something like $35 a person for an Easter buffet, which we paid to have dinner with our friends and to talk to them for a while, that kind of thing. But they had limitations on everything. You're allowed to go through the line once. And you didn't pick the hour when you wanted to eat. They would just kind of let you know what time. You know, they had different hours. 10 to noon group, the noon to 2 group, that kind of thing. And then for the price that we paid, the food really wasn't nothing. We got very thin slivers of ham, instant mashed potatoes, gravy that was at the best lukewarm. Well, actually, all the food at the best was lukewarm. By the time you started eating, half of your plate was already cold. So for $70 for 2 people, I wouldn't never go back there again for an Easter dinner. No. And they bring that kind of thing onto themselves, You can't blame the people working there. You got to blame management for that kind of stuff. But the country club itself is a big reminder when you go into it, the way it's decorated. It reminds you of old Florida, which, by the way, is vastly disappearing. But it's old Florida with the cane furniture, the pastel colors, the pinks and the blues, you know what I mean? And I always kind of enjoyed that. It was the service and the food and the price on some of that stuff up there. I don't live there, so maybe lunch during the week was okay, I don't know. Maybe dinners during the week was okay, I don't know. But the Easter brunch sucked. It was awful, way too high price, and it was terrible. We went there and played golf. I love the golf course. And we go in there and afterward the game, have a beer. Beer prices are exceptionally good compared to the rest of the villages. The people always treated us fine. The building was always looked clean to me and updated. I didn't really see a problem. They had a great bar. As a matter of fact, they even have an outside bar. They have a hot tub. They have a swimming pool. They got tennis courts there. It's a great little place. The restaurant had a problem. Here's an article remember, this is from another source. And here's an article about bad parking in the villages. I mean, we're noted for it anymore. Bad parking could subside into villages as snowbirds head north. Now that Easter has come and gone, snowbirds should be thinning out in Florida's friendliest hometown. But in recent weeks, we've seen plenty of examples of bad parking. Here's the latest batch of photos from the parking patrol. I understand some of the bad parking. I mean, living here full time, you kind of see what's going on. The people that take the pictures may not even be from here, so they don't really know what's going on. So some of the bad parking, I understand what happened there. I'm not making excuses, but I understand what's going on. Remember, we're very busy in the summertime, and so sometimes parking is at a premium, but that's no excuse. Kind of like that car right there. See how he's parked right on the white line? He's not even in a park. Well, here's probably what happened. This golf cart over here was probably there. This golf cart here was probably there. And this guy comes down through there and says, well, I'm just going to park between them. Should he do that? No. But that's probably what happened. Because in the villages, if you're not used to golf cart etiquette here, we put 2 golf carts per parking spot. One golf cart, if you pull in first, he'll take half of that parking spot. Either he'll take the right half or left half. He has to go all the way forward to the front or the rear of that parking spot, so leaving half of that parking spot for the next guy to pull in and get in there. So if this first cart is to the front left, let's say, of that parking spot, the next cart will come in, it'll take the rear right of that parking spot. That way people can get in and out of their golf carts without bumping into mirrors and all that kind of thing. And that's how we share parking spots. So one cart was probably on the front left, the other one got on the rear right of a second parking spot next to it, which he probably shouldn't have done that. He should have, but there may have been a golf cart already there. And then the car just came along and said, I'm going to park in between them. You see that quite often. You shouldn't do it, but I understand what happened there. This is the kind of driving that I don't like. See that car? You see anything wrong with, well, get soaked in there. He's on the wrong side of the street, facing the wrong way. You know, as far as I know, in any state that you drive in, that's illegal. Nobody does that. I don't know why they think they can do it here. Here's one. This guy didn't even try. Look how he parked. He just kind of like went in at an angle and said, I'm done. And he's got out-of-state plates. Let me see if I can see what they are. Yeah, I can't really read it. But anyway, he's got out-of-state plates. So you got it parks like that. He drove here from somewhere. Makes you wonder how he got here without getting in a wreck. Here's another one. You probably can't tell, but look right here up by this car. You see those pavers? That's not the road. That's the handicap sidewalk. The sidewalks go down flush to the parking lot, so people in wheelchairs and whatever can just, you know, wheel right up there. If you got a grocery cart, you can wheel right up there without a curb. And this car decides to park on it. And if you look out in the parking lot, there's plenty of parking spots out there. People sometimes are just stupid and lazy. Here's what I'm talking about there. See how that golf cart's in the middle of the parking spot? That's bad parking. He should be over here and all the way to the front, leaving this area here for a second cart to come in next to him. The way he's parked, you can only get one golf cart to a parking spot. So that's not etiquette. Well, here's one here. See, they're putting the thing there showing bad parking with that bicycles there. Well, I can see what's going on if you look hard enough. Come on, focus. He's probably got his bicycle chained to that light pole, and that was the only place he could chain it. Make sure somebody don't steal it. So, do I blame him? I really don't. Here's stupid. See that parking? I sometimes wonder why they paint lines. Nobody seems to know what they're for. Anyway, just a lot of dumb parking. Here's one. That kind of stuff right there. He's parked on the sidewalk. Come on, focus. Nowhere in the villages can you park a golf cart on a sidewalk. But that guy decided he didn't want to walk anywhere, so he parks on the sidewalk. All this stupid kind of parking around here becomes such and such a problem, like it has down at Finney. Wildwood has already passed a city ordinance that are going, I don't know when it takes effect, that they're going to have the right now to start towing vehicles and writing parking tickets and all this and that. I thought they always had that right, but apparently if they did, it wasn't exercised. Well, now they're revamping it, and it's going to be a city ordinance on Finney's all in the city limits of Wildwood, so they're going to end up getting parking tickets. And if they keep this stupid kind of parking up, some of these old duffers around here is not going to like it, but the city of Wildwood is going to go after some revenue. You know what I mean? And they're going to start driving through these parking lots like that and see stuff like this, and they're just going to start giving them tickets. I'll tell you another thing. As far as I know, in Sumter County, when I called up there a couple years ago about it, I don't know what the answer is today, but I don't think it's changed yet. They do not make a handicap sticker for a golf cart, period. And I asked the officer then, I said, so if somebody's handicapped and is in a golf cart, can they legally park in a handicapped spot? I mean, because they are handicapped, they have it for their car. He said, under the law, no. You must have a handicap sticker to park in a handicapped zone. Some of the people around here are using the access, I forget what it's called, easy access or something like that, golf pass on the golf courses they give you to allow you to drive your golf cart on executive courses on the grass when it's not, wet. And it's called the easy access or something like that. And it's a little Velcro band that you put around your golf cart when you're out playing on the executive golf course. That way the ambassador can see that you have that access, easy access pass, and you can drive on the grass. Most of us have to stay on a golf cart trail. They think that's a handicap sticker, and so they use that to park in handicap spots. Well, until they start enforcing these rules, people are getting by with it. And then it starts to spread like a cancer. Well, he's doing it, I'm going to do it. What are they going to do about it? You know, it's a retirement community. What can they do about it? If it gets out of hand as the villages grows, you're going to start seeing, you know, parking tickets issued, and I don't know. I hate to see it, but I can just see problems. Oh, well, let's get past this bad parking. Village's Sinkhole Commissioner is, they're all making a big deal about them sinkholes up there, that 15 months later they haven't fixed the street, they haven't filled in the holes. They keep giving more and more time to get that straightened up, and I think the people up there are really getting, they're sick of it. I don't blame them. It's ridiculous, you know. I remember when a tornado went through the villages, and it kind of went, I don't know the actual roads and everything, but it went across Mallory, across part of Caroline, and out and down through that little valley right there. And I remember years ago coming here, and it was all blue roofs. I mean, that's all you saw. Developer at that time, which I think was the old man, Mark, not the boy today, but Mr. Morris, I can't think of his first name, I want to say Mike. He pulled all of the contractors off of the village's homes that were being developed, and had them go up there and get the roofs back on them homes up there and help them people out. Now, I'm sure the people had to pay for a lot. Some of them probably had insurance that paid for a lot, but the developer builds so many homes here that he takes up almost all the materials that you can buy. He takes up a lot of the contractors, the subcontractors. They're always busy down there, so if you need something, sometimes it's kind of hard to get them, you know, in. So he pulled them and told them to go get that stuff done, and they did. Well, these people are wondering why this sinkhole after 15 months. And the road itself, remember, all roads here are public. So that's not really the developer. That's the county in which you're in. And the hole's still there. The hole's not fixed. The sinkhole's still bad. The homes haven't been tore down yet. I don't know. I mean, it's terrible. I've always said they got all these rules around here, right? Who enforces them? Because apparently, other than having a Christmas light in your front yard that somebody complains about, or having a, I don't know, some weeds in your front yard that somebody complains about, they're Johnny on the spot on that. But when it comes to something serious like a sinkhole in the middle of the road, nobody seems to know what to do. Wendy's is on track to open this summer at Trailwinds Village on County Road 466. I think Sue and Deb done a food kind of review of Jersey Mike's over there. I've never been over there. I take it back, I did go to Jersey Mike's once. It seemed to me that it was so busy, I didn't want to wait a half an hour in line, so I left. They get around and they check all these things out. They're building Wendy's over there where that new Lowe's and ABC Liquors, and I don't know what else is over there. They are building a Wendy's over there, which I saw that yesterday when we was playing golf at Palmetto, because part of that golf course, you know, parallels with what's going on over there. And Billy, the ambassador over there, which we've known him for years, he was telling me he thought that was a Wendy's over there. Well, I see it in the paper. Here it is. It's going to be open. We still don't have a Dairy Queen. I don't understand that. So anyway, I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done. Enough on there. I don't want to make these things too long. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Beautiful day today. 85 or so. I can feel the humidity today. It's not real bad, but it's here. I'm going to try to get some of my yard work totally done, so I can be done with that, and to get a few things done around here. I'm trying to collect a lot of videos on my phone and in my files and on a new computer and in my camera, because when I'm on the road, I'll need all this, you know, to keep you guys informed on a weekly basis. So if you figure if I do, I might cut the videos down to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Friday will be news. Wednesday basically will be question and answer. Not always. If I don't get the questions, then I'm not going to post one. I'll post something else. But be question and answer. Monday's up in the air what that may be. Sue's got some stuff I got to get posted, so I always reserve Thursday for Sue and Deb when they got stuff, but I think you guys would be interested in. So for that, I want to say to you, I'll see you on the other side.